because every star has a story to tell. A Lee Jin-wook, a life of discipline, silence, and enduring stardom. In the glittering, high-speed universe of the Korean entertainment industry, fame is often a fleeting spark. Idols rise with the morning sun and fade by twilight. But then, there are the rare few, the anchors. The ones who do not scream for attention, yet command the room with a single look. We are talking about Lee Jin-wook. He is not the loudest star. He is not the most scandalous. But ask any director in Seoul and they will tell you if you need eyes that can convey 1,000 years of sorrow without shedding a tear, you call Lee Jin-wook. From the romantic master of the 2010 seconds to the scarred monster hunter of today, his journey is a masterclass in resilience. Today, we peel back the layers of this enigmatic man, from a quiet engineering student in Cheongju to a millionaire actor who chooses solitude. This is the complete untold story of Lee Jin-wook, a life of discipline, silence, and enduring stardom. Birth, family background, and childhood. Lee Jin-wook was born on the 16th of September 1981 in Cheongju, North Cheongju Province, South Korea. He grew up in a traditional Korean household, shaped by values such as respect for elders, emotional restraint, and personal responsibility. His family was not involved in the entertainment industry. There were no celebrity connections, no privileged shortcuts. Information about his parents has always been kept private, a reflection of Lee Jin-wook's long-standing belief that family should remain outside public exposure. What is known is that his parents emphasized education, discipline, and moral integrity. He grew up alongside siblings, though details about brothers or sisters were never publicly highlighted. This deliberate silence reflects his lifelong boundary between public life and private roots. As a child, Lee Jin-wook was described as quiet, observant, and introspective. He was not known for dramatic ambitions early on. Instead, he developed an interest in structure and creativity through everyday routines. His childhood years were modest. No luxury, no spotlight. Just a steady upbringing that later became the foundation of his calm and grounded personality. Education and early formation. Lee Jin-wook attended local schools in Cheongju before moving to Seoul for higher education. He later enrolled at Cheongju University, majoring in environmental engineering. This detail alone reveals something important. Acting was not his original life plan. During his university years, he lived the life of a normal student, studying, socializing, reflecting on the future. Yet during this time, his tall figure, sharp facial features, and reserved charisma began to draw attention. He was eventually scouted as a model, which became the turning point of his life. Unlike many actors who chase fame early, Lee Jin-wook entered entertainment reluctantly and cautiously, guided by curiosity rather than ambition. The struggle and the breakthrough. The year was 2003. Lee Jin-wook started as a commercial model for brands like Panasonic. His clean, gentlemanly image was an instant hit, but the transition to acting was a baptism by fire. His acting debut came in 2004 with the short film My New Boyfriend. But it was the 2006 drama Alone in Love, and arguably his role in Air City 2007 that put him on the map. This was a crucial era. Starring alongside superstars Choi Ji-woo and Lee Jung-jae, Lee Jin-wook held his own. He wasn't just a pretty face, he had a brooding intensity. But the industry still saw him as a second lead, the handsome, safe guy who doesn't get the girl. Then came the mandatory military service in 2009. For many actors, a 2-year hiatus is a career death sentence. For Lee Jin-wook, it was a chrysalis phase. He served at the Defense Media Agency, maturing from a boy into a man. The Golden Era, 2012 to 2013. Upon his return, everything changed. 2012, I Need Romance, 2012. He redefined the romantic lead, flawed, realistic, and irresistibly charming. 2013. 9. 9 Time Travels. This is the masterpiece. 9 is not just a drama, it is the cornerstone of Lee Jin-wook's legacy. Playing Park Sun-woo, a man traveling through time to save his family, Lee showcased a range of emotions, desperation, love, regret that silenced every critic. This role proved he could carry a complex narrative on his shoulders. It remains, to this day, a cult classic in K-drama history. The dark turn and artistic reinvention. Most actors, finding success in romance, would stay there. It's safe. It's profitable. Lee Jin-wook did the opposite. Around 2018, he made a deliberate pivot. He wanted to destroy his Prince Charming image. 2018 to 2019. He joined the thriller franchise Voice Seasons 2 and 3 as Do Kang-woo, a detective fighting his own psychopathic tendencies. 2020, Netflix's Sweet Home. As Pyeon Sang-wook, he covered his handsome face with burn scars and barely spoke. This was a gamble. He hid his greatest asset, his face, to prove his greatest skill, his presence. In Sweet Home, he communicates entirely through physical acting and his gaze. This cemented his status not just as a star, but as a genre king of thrillers. Awards and recognition. While he hasn't chased trophies aggressively, his grand prize is his longevity. He is one of the few actors trusted by Netflix for global blockbusters, Squid Game 2, Sweet Home, signaling a transition from a Korean star to a global icon. The man behind the mystery. Personal life. But who is Lee Jin-wook when the cameras stop rolling? His personal life is a study in discretion. However, his romantic history reveals a man who seeks deep connection with equals. 2007 to 2011. He dated Hallyu Queen Choi Ji-woo, famous for Winter Sonata. They met on Air City. It was a relationship under intense scrutiny, as she was a bigger star at the time. They parted ways amicably when he went to the military. 2014. He dated actress Gong Hyo-jin, a power couple that fans adored for their shared fashion sense and cool vibes. However, busy schedules drifted them apart. Why is he still unmarried? He is now in his 42nd. The question arises, why? In rare interviews, Lee has stated he is a stay-at-home type. He values peace. It is not about an inability to find love. It is about perfectionism and responsibility. Lee Jin-wook belongs to a generation that takes marriage as a solemn vow, not a social checkbox. He seems to be waiting for a partner who understands the silence he requires to recharge. He doesn't need a trophy wife, he needs a soulmate. Wealth, lifestyle, and the quiet empire. After 2 decades of top-tier work, Lee Jin-wook has built a quiet empire. Net worth estimated between $5 to $8 million USD. He owns premium property in the Gangnam district of Seoul. Unlike stars who flip houses for profit, his investments are long-term residences, private sanctuaries with high security. A known car enthusiast, his taste leans towards quiet luxury. He prefers performance SUVs that offer comfort and reliability over flashy, brightly colored supercars. He is often called a fashion icon, serving as an ambassador for high-end brands like Audi and appearing in campaigns for Elle and Esquire. He lives comfortably, but not wastefully. His wealth buys him the ultimate luxury, the freedom to choose only the scripts he loves. The symbol of endurance. In a world addicted to noise, Lee Jin-wook chose silence. In an industry obsessed with youth, he embraced the scars of age. His journey from a shy engineering student in Cheongju to the global stage of Squid Game 2 is not just a success story. It is a reminder to us all. It teaches us that true charisma doesn't shout, it endures. He is the man with the sad eyes, but a strong heart. He is the relentless actor, He is Lee Jin-wook, and as we look at his career, one thing is certain: the best chapter of his story is just beginning. What is your favorite Lee Jin-wook role? Is it the time traveler in 9 or the monster in Sweet Home? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the legends of Korean cinema.